H.I.S.D, Houston Independent Spit District, is a music and artist collective bringing a new flavor to the ear of the South. Comprised of MCs Savvy, Equality, Elder Voice, Scotty Spittin, aka Linoge, and the production team Golden Soul Classics, which is King Midas, E Classic and Soul 1, photographer Flash Gordon Parks, and the soulful melodies of Furious Styles. Today, Radio Objectif magazine talks hip-hop with Houston's leaders of the new school.
For all you corporate hip-hoppers, your game's over. Yo, I come to make a claim. You dudes are very lame. You might sell, but your music sounds all the same. You talk about stunting, you want the mic fronting. Your mouth moving, but you ain't really saying nothing. I gotta keep it real.
H.I.S.D's Houston Independent Spitting District, Houston Independent Soul District, style, slang, whatever you want to make the S, you know. So it's for the users to interpret and the listeners to decide what the S stands for them. But H.I.S.D, I mean, of course, if you're from Houston, you know what that is synonymous with. The public school system, pretty much, that's dominant here in Houston or whatever. So we basically flipped that into a whole theme and a new concept, and we basically wanted to take that and kind of really break that whole concept down and kind of show we're in school, we're like students of music. We're not masters at what we do. We're constantly trying to work and to increase our level and our ability to transcend what we're doing. And then when you look at the public school system, you know, you have all different types of personalities. You know what I mean? People from different walks of life. Some people turn out one way, some turn out another way. But there's one thing that's common that, you know, you pretty much got a start kind of like from that same location, and everybody has a journey. And it may be parallel to yours or it may not be.
I guess the big thing with us is that being from the South, you know, it's already that stigma of, you know, everybody's on the same tip. And so I guess with H.I.S.D, what's so cool about us is that, you know, makes us unique and different is that all of us been to college. I think between us, we have about, like 9 degrees or something like that. A couple of masters, a few bachelors, you know. And so we know the importance of what education and stuff did for us. Being young black males in our 20s, that's phenomenal. To say you got a group of black males who are spreading positive energy, who are, you know, not statistics. And so from everything from our sound, we have a unique sound. You can't really say that we particularly sound like anybody. We're trying to, you know, have our own brand of, when you hear H.I.S.D, you know what you're getting. You know that you're getting some substance. You know you're gonna get some humor. You know that's stout. You know.
The most important thing is that we're independent minded. We collaborate from different areas. We got 4 MCs that are within the group H.I.S.D. Myself, Savvy, Elder Voice, Equality. And we got Scotty Spittin, aka Linoge. We got 3 producers, King Midas, E Classic, and Soul 1. But collectively, they make up the production team, Golden Soul Classics. So whenever you hear that name, Golden Soul Classics, you know that's the sound of Peace of Mind Entertainment. That's the sound behind H.I.S.D, and they are the foundation of what we're building here. Also within the collective, we have a photographer, Flash Gordon Parks, and we bring Furious Styles, who's just an all-around. So, you know, we try to bring something refreshing. So that's what we're about.
And so with this album, it's like, you know, with all of us being different and from different backgrounds and stuff, it's just like a school district. You know, you have different schools that have different specialties, and that's like with our group. You know, it's what, 9 individuals basically, and you know we're all different. No 2 people in the group can say they're exactly alike, and so we all have a different flavor we bring to the group, and it's just like, you know, running the district. It's the same thing.
To me, it's like one big day at school.
Yeah,
that's kind of how the album is. Like, because you got so many different kids, you got different classes. You got 7 or 8 classes, and every song is kind of like something totally different. We got songs that are about nothing. And then we have a song that's like really about something, you know, on a particular topic. So you will be here and there all over the place. But that's how it is in school. You go to PE class, you ain't doing nothing but having fun.
Right.
You just playing. And then you go to English class and you got to write a paper about some real stuff. And that's exactly how these songs are. It sounds like one big day just going to different classes. And then you go to a class where, hey, I like this girl in here, and it's that your whole day. I mean, your whole class period, you just dreaming about this girl that's sitting next to you. We got songs like that.
Yeah.
You know, so
couldn't explain it better. Yeah.
Houston really didn't get real popular as far as in the mainstream until they start helping each other, until they kind of form something. And when all the mainstream, at the time they weren't mainstream. but they were looking to get into that field, you know, into that mode, and they band together, and I think that's what made everybody else say, dang, look at those guys from Houston or from the South. They're all sticking together. They buy records, you know, they stuck together. And that's what the underground scene has to do now for us to get out there, is we got to band together and make everybody turn around and look at us and go, man, look at those guys, they doing it. And so I think it was a long time coming. We just need to do the same thing that they did. And those guys aren't bad or we're not better, nothing like that. It's just two types of different, it's two types of music. It's a little bit different, you know, and you just got to kind of, I tip my hat to them for doing that, you know, and those guys are getting everything they deserve and everything they work for, because before they were all on the radio, on BET and all that, I remember they hustled out here and how they were selling those tapes and CDs, you know, straight out of the trunk of their car. And now to see them on TV, it's cool. I mean, you know, it makes you think, I don't care what kind of music I could do the same thing. Because you gotta remember, at the time, they were doing music that didn't sound like anything that was on the radio.
True.
And look at it now. That's what's on the radio. That's what you hear all day on the radio.
Yep.
If you look at it like that, we're not done by a long shot as far as hip-hop music. It's not done. I mean, it always can get back out there. You never know what they're going to play on the radio.
Another thing, the one thing that people seem to overlook or just really be ignorant to or not exposed to is that Houston has a very rich artistic scene. There are a lot of artists that I've met over my time of being out here in Houston that by far bypass any of my favorites that I know on a, you know, national or mainstream level, as far as the ability to craft and create, you know, songs and things like that. You know, some of my favorite rappers are people that I've met here personally in Houston, and no one has a clue as to who they are. So there's been a nice pool of talent here in Houston. You know, there are different groups like Lower Life Form, you know, K, of the Foundation, Chaotix, the R, I mean, DJ Cosmos, the Neot, Flow Factory. I mean, the list just goes on and on. These types of groups that are just incredible artists and things like that. It's the challenge for us as artists is to make them accessible, or to give the greater population exposure to these type of artists, to bring those people to the consciousness of not only people in Houston, but just people everywhere.
Yeah, I think another thing, just to add on to what he's saying, is being from Houston, it's like with us growing up in the 90s, you had the big blast of the whole independent record scene. You know, you had Master P and people like that come on the scene, owning their own record labels, making crazy money, just putting out product all year, just, you know, saturating the market. And just growing up and seeing that, man, you know, I could do the same thing. That's what Houston and what the South had to bring to hip-hop, is a whole independent hustle. So it's like, with us, it's like, yeah, we're taking classic hip-hop and we on the independent hustle with it, and we're trying to, you know, put it out there. And like Saf was saying earlier, yeah, we're an independent label, but our mind state isn't just to be local or underground or anything like that. You know, we want whoever want to listen to our music, you know, listen to it. So
that's one of the reasons why, like, as a group, we connected so well, because like from the jump, it's always been about the music, especially with me. It's always been about making good music, making music for the people, and I think that's how we all connected so easily, is that everybody was on the same page, even though that, you know, we different, we have different styles and things of that nature, but as a whole, we all had the same, like, common goal in mind as far as the music side of it. And I think that's the best way I can put it, is how we, you know, connected, came together.
Like the conversation that sparked that, during that conversation, L was asking me what was going on, and I, you know, so what's up with Peace of Mind? It's more of a platform and a vehicle to bring exposure to, you know, a different or refreshing type of music that people are not used to hearing.
So get every bit of the anger spit, give them fits, drop dead Fred shit. You spit, Rice said Fred shit. Too sexy for the mic, come on, stop it. Exhausted rappers need energy, drink the Zobe. Came from Cali to bring heat, act so slowly. Found a peace of mind in Houston, and cats told me that I could flow. Even my man knew like Ginobili. State of Missouri rap, y'all gotta show me. Lanoge.